Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Gal. Starting back up with another round of Final Fantasy IV Randomizer. This is part 2. We are hopefully taking out some ne'er-do-wells at the Ashura spot. We have decided that we are not ready for the other spot at this time. I'm curious what I have the battle speed at, which means I'll probably forget by the time this fight is over again. That's not what I wanted to do. I love wasting star veils. They're so inexpensive and never useful. We're off to a great start. That didn't feel worth it, so we're just gonna go ahead and just whack the thing. Also, if we want to quake something, we've got a Palom. So we should be fine there. He's just slow. Don't hold that against him. Okay. Wow. The guys in the back are pretty resilient. I'm hoping we can get a level out of them here. But at this rate, I may just... go for the kill. He'll run away if I kill the guy in front. And then we don't get XP for it. And we got the life potion off. Okay, we're good. Although Sid needs to be alive. There's very little point in getting all the XP if you're not getting it for your whole party. That was not worth it. Now we know. I didn't get my press there, so luckily Edge killed that thing and I don't need to worry about it. I'm curious, see how much this does. Not enough. Okay. We're doing a little experimentation as we go here. It's fine. One more. See if we can kill him before he retreats, otherwise I'm not going to worry about it. Not a big deal. You do get significantly more XP if you kill the general, especially if you double kill him like I did the first time. White spear. Okay, okay. I hear you. Is this your way of saying... Hey, game, is this your way of saying that I should go pick up Kane at Mount Hobbs? It is? Oh, good. I don't really know who I'd replace for Kane, though. I'm kind of digging this party right now. Like, I guess Palom could go. Really? Actually, Rosa's still got a bandana on, apparently. So we should swap that for a tiara. Bandana. Bandana. Dragoon. Bandana. And actually, I should do... Since he's in the front row, we're going to have him take the black belt and Edge can take the karate. And we still don't have exit, so we're walking. The other fight down here is really rough, so I'm not going to do it. Okay. So we've got one tough fight here in Land of Summon Monsters that we can go back for. I think that was Paledym, and he hit for about 2,400 a hit. So, yeah, we're calling that a wash for now. We've got the Luca key. I mean, I guess. I'm trying to think of what else we actually have available. And it's not much, so... I mean, if the choice is Double Dipping Tower, Double Dipping Sylph Cave, which isn't a boss fight at least... I suppose we can do this. It's not like we've got a Darkness Crystal available or anything, if I'm recalling. We don't, right? Yeah, no. That's not what I wanted to do, so I guess we'll get the treasure chest. I'm not even sure how that happened. Rune Axe for Sid. Making progress. Reassuring me we don't need a cane. Kane is way better than Sid, technically, but yeah. I don't know. I've never really cared for Kane. In the randomizer, he's like Sid with, weapon options. Which is good. We'll see what the boss here is. Actually, we'll see what the item is first, and then see if we want to even bother with the boss. Hook is probably worth keeping, so... CPU. This should be fine. Should have done that first. Oh well. This should do it. Hopefully. Come on. You know that battle speed thing I joked about not checking? I didn't check it. So yeah, Mazer is a percentage-based attack. It does 10% of your hit points every time. So we're fine. If you kill the thing that's doing Mazer, it switches over so that the does a special attack that does a ton of damage. Have I never done the... No, that looks about right. Ish. Probably could go a couple more rounds here without healing, but I'm better safe than sorry, generally. And apparently I don't have the HP for this boss written down, so... we're going to just keep going and not worry about the Palom thing I was gonna do. I was gonna get close and then nuke both of them with Quake. And honestly, I might still just do that. That's not actually any better than his regular attacks. Oh, good. Good things to see as you're wrapping up that particular fight. Hallam learned Warp. Gotta go one floor up first, but... Can't use warp or exit to get out, so have to warp out. Or walk out, and warping is faster. Huh. So Hook doesn't actually get us anything. We don't have the Rat Tail currently. What are we missing? Oh, we can go back and try the Odin spot? We've already done Dwarf Castle. We've got one more spot on Sealed... Or on Sealed Cave... Or Summon Monsters. Trying to remember what this was. I know it hit really hard. That was also before we leveled up, I think. I don't remember offhand, and I'm... Oh, that's right, it was Mom Bomb. And yeah, we didn't have levels yet, so we should be fine now. I mean, it still hits pretty hard, but... Quick blink and Berserk goes a really long way. Apparently Ice 2 is not that good here. Probably means it's a fairly high magic defense spot. Nice. Beat the explosion. Would have gotten a bunch of XP from the little ones, but we'll take it. Hey, that wasn't progression. It's a little bit better for Rosa than the leather she's wearing right now. Hmm. trying to think of what else we can do besides just do the... I mean, it's basically comes down to the, like, there's only a few spots left, really, that don't require other items. Hook doesn't actually get us anything. I mean, it unlocks like a character and some items, potentially, but that's it. I mean, I guess we're doing tower. We can do the top part of the tower without having to do the bot, or without having access to the key. That's the only spot I can think of besides that challenging Pale Dim fight that I really don't feel like doing. We can probably actually do that fight if we need to. I just need to, like, stock up on illusions first. Yeah, because you can't, like, partial complete Earth Crystal, you can't partially complete, I mean, I guess the other one is Pan. We can go down and go down Sylph Cave and get Yang. Or talk to Yang the first time, rather. Flawless. Okay. Should be okay. It's in the Dr. Luge spot. Basically just don't use Palom. Vivalis has exceedingly high magic evasion. Will just dodge spells sometimes. So, just physical attacks. As long as you cure people after they get hit with weak, you're almost always safe until people start getting petrified. Like, as long as nobody ends up fully petrified, you're fine. Pink tail. Nope, that's not it. You know what that means? That means it's... I'm pretty sure it's actually at that spot. The pale dim spot. Pink tail is just a regular item. It doesn't turn into a key item. And I'm only at 7 out of 15, or at 7 out of 10 for doubling experience also. This is just kind of butts. I'm thinking... So we go by illusions. If we can get some illusions up, we should be okay. Actually, no, let's go check Pan. I keep forgetting Sylph Cave. That's the only other spot we've got available, but there's a decent chance it's something worthwhile. Even if we have to do, like, a little running around for it, could be worth it to not have to do that Pale Dim fight. Like, that fight just isn't good. Okay, we've obviously done ordeals. Done for bull, we've done antlion, we've done... Yeah, no. That's the two things we've got left. One of those two is going to give us progression. It may be progression to, you know, move on to another annoying quest, but it's progression, so... Like, on one hand, if she gives me Pan and I have to run back down right away... Darkness Crystal. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that. Thanks. Blizzard, Fireclaw, Bahamut, Silvers. Probably not gonna need that anymore. Charm is actually better than what Palom has equipped right now. Get rid of the tent. Last time I went to the moon, I totally forgot about this. Didn't do a good job checking my item shops. I actually want to duck in here because I don't think I've actually been to Troya yet this time, and it has 2 item shops. So let's just real quick make sure. I don't have any hourglasses, and I'd like to have some. Or I don't have enough hourglasses. Nope. That's pretty worthless. Pretty sure that's faster. Got like, what level are we at? Yeah, we probably want to stop at Kaipo. Darkness is a lot more going to the moon is going to be a lot more checks than the other options we've got right now, so that's why we're doing that. Grab those illusions while we're shopping. Trying to remember. I didn't write down Bacchus. I'm pretty sure it's in the main town here. It's either the town or it's somewhere down here. And I was pretty sure this is it, so we'll see if I'm right. I'm wrong, but I did find the hourglasses I was missing. Shopping is very important in this, in the randomizer. So. Really? Where did I find Bacchus wine? Why didn't I write it down? I'm a horrible person. Okay, well, we're just gonna take the risk, I guess. I have somebody who can cast Berserk, and I've got like 8 left, so we should be okay. I just need to be a little stingy with them. I don't want to sit here and go back to every single town yet again. And there's a decent chance that they have them on the moon shop. If I need them. probably skip it for now because we're actually in pretty good shape on items. We've got Starveil Illusion. We've got Life's Cabin, Starveil Silk or Silk Webs, and we've got Sirens and Hourglasses for Okay, let's see who the character is. We're probably not doing it. Another Sid. Yeah, goodbye. Okay. We're gonna go for this one first. I don't think there's any super terrible fights left. Like, there's some not good ones, but there's not any, like... There's no Wyvern left. We'll go with that. Pale Dim Spot. This is probably gonna hit pretty hard. Could be worse. Buh. Okay, he does hit pretty hard still, but that's okay. Buh. We get to do the second part of the fight with Cecil starting at 31 hit points. I think we just jam ice 3 here. Maybe... This is harder than I expected, I'll be fair. Let's get a Silkweb and a Bacchus up. Really? There we go. Wall, good. And the item is another Excalibur. That's great. I love the fact that there's 2 Excaliburs in a lot of these seeds. It's just so silly. What am I looking for? Yeah, warp doesn't take you very far in these caves. There's so many levels. Unfortunately, we're still not making a ton of progress. But again, we're managing as far as the... Oh, crap. Okay. Can't remember which floor the Ryus are on for this. So we may do a little experimentation later if I don't decide to ditch and go do Bahamut Cave. But I'm kind of hoping we're just going to find the Adamant and bail. Adamant, grind, bail. Like, we don't need anything else. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Or see what we have to do. Evil Wall. It's really hard here. Okay. That's not good. Okay, good. Blinking Bacchus. We're basically just having Cecil race this thing. Should be fine. Could be fine. Better be fine. That's all we got now. It's not gonna be fine. Okay. Running into kind of the same problem over and over again, which is physical defense, ironically. This is going to be a really good XP dump. That spot's normally 100,000. We just got 180 out of it. In addition to 2 items. I mean, I got what I asked for. Actually, does Cecil now exit? I forgot about the grind part that I was going to do. That's okay. We'll just go do it over here quick. We don't need much, honestly. Considering how much crap I grabbed for this grind, I think we over-prepared. I keep pulling this up to check this. Okay, we're 1 away, so we may actually go do... Now I'm having slight hesitation, because I'm having this thought of, oh, well, you know, we could go do Bahamut quick. If it's an easy fight. And that would potentially give us 10 key items. But it's not. Oh wait, no, that's King Queen Eblin, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, that should be King Queen Eblin, isn't it? Yeah. should be it. What? Okay, there we go. So if this is any key item, that's great for us. Works. Double experience for the Ryu fights now. That was very well worth it. Perfect. $180,000 experience. That's way more hourglasses than I could possibly need. And I think I'm just gonna wait on Cecil this time instead of trying to speed it up. Just so I don't miss any life potions, because at this point, each life potion is worth, I think, 60,000 experience. So, yeah. One more. I'm really not super concerned about Palom. Palom is a liability, potentially. Because if I'm using Palom, I have to use Reflect strats, and I don't really have a good setup for it. Okay, I've got Nuke. That's part of what I was going for with that last little push. Okay. So we should be good. I mean, at this point, we're basically zerking Cecil and Edge. Oh, and I guess Sid's there too. And Rosa's healing, and Palom is currently sitting there doing nothing. Palom is being my agility anchor. Yeah. which I should actually double check if Palom is actually a good agility anchor still. Yeah, 8's very low agility. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick check on equipment because I'm pretty sure I've still got a few people that are pretty mediocre. But I don't think I've got anything better options, so we'll go with it. So I'm probably going to just do basic reflect nuke strats for Palom. And by that I mean we're just gonna activate a Star Veil, bounce it off. It'll end up healing him a little bit. Let's see. So we want the crystal up here. We're good on cabins. We want silk web up by the top. We want life potions up by the top. I'll do that just in case. And that just in case. But that should be fine. I don't have anything better than that, do I? No. That's fine. That's fine. I forgot the glass helm was there. Let's do this. We're probably a little higher than we need to be, but that's only because Palom's kind of squishy. Since I don't remember if I've mentioned it in this video, Zeramus only uses magic. So physical defense is absolutely pointless. You want your damage dealing characters to have equipment like black belt and karate over, armor. And that glass helm is zero magic defense. So you may have noticed earlier there were a couple times where I like the Aegis shield I kept over something else that may have normally seemed like a better choice. And that was why. Is because we want we want our Okay. True colors emerge. Let's see who we're fighting this time. There's like 400 random sprites that they've created for Zeromos. Thanos. Or some other non-copyrighted entity similar to Thanos. Let's see if he survives that. He did. Okay. You get to live. Buckaswine, Buckaswine. We're gonna wait on Palom to start until after the first Big Bang, so that I can include Palom in the Cure 4. And at this point, if Palom dies again, I don't care. He's done his job. A little extra damage this way. Palom has the curse string on, so he's not doing as much as he could. And doesn't have, like, good robes or anything. Rose's white is probably going to do more. Yep. But it's still a contribution. This strategy is not going to be as fast, or the hybrid strategy we're using isn't going to be as fast as going full on reflect, but it should make up for the little bit of damage loss we have by only having 3 berserkers instead of the potential 4. We're gonna wait before we cast this to make sure that Palom still has reflect up. Never mind. There we go. And that's game. This one should be a lot closer to 2 hours than the previous one. I think we're probably still under. And I'm very excited about that. Because it's been a little while since I had a seed that I actually got lucky on and feel like I didn't play completely terribly. I made some dumb mistakes at a couple points, but that's always going to happen, and I'm okay with only having that happen a couple times this time. Rosa ended up being the MVP there. No. So when I mentioned reflect strats, the trick is, when you reflect spells, Zermus doesn't counterattack. One of his counterattack scripts at one point in the run is to fully refill his health when he's at about half. If you have a full party of mages, you can basically put one person on reflect and then just pile up damage, and he never refills his health. So you end up having to do about 1/3 as much damage. Or basically, I think it's you do 120,000 instead of 180,000, basically. $153 on the clock. I did have some deaths, so it's probably a little over 2 hours, but you know what? I'll take it at this point. So, I'm very excited to see how Mark and Tony do on this one. You may have seen, I know Mark posted his in the comments on the YouTube video. I don't think Tony's watched the videos yet. And we've been communicating, so I know Mark slaughtered me on the last seed. But that seed was awful, and I don't feel bad about losing it. And Spoon Edward was worth it. So yeah. And the one before that, I believe I beat Mark by about 15 minutes. I don't think Tony tried that one. So, yeah, we're kind of bouncing back and forth so far. I'm very curious to see how this one goes. And I'm very glad to be racing this instead of just doing it against myself and trying to get a decent time. I enjoy it still. It's still fun, but having somebody to race against makes it more fun. So, yeah, hopefully you're still enjoying it. There will certainly be more in the future because this is a lot of fun. I really enjoy these. No super big news. I've got a bunch of projects that are, in progress supposedly that I keep putting off. There's a few other games that I'm trying to figure out the logistics of doing. There's a bunch of games that I'm waiting for a Steam sale, basically. And I guess kind of, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do for it, but I do have my 1000th video coming up soon. There are... Yeah. It's something that I am excited about and is probably not actually nearly as exciting as I'm making it out to be, since, some of my videos are like 10 minutes long and some of them are 2 hours, so it's not like the number 1000 really means anything. There's an arbitrary number based on how I decide to break everything up. But it still feels good. It still feels like I'm keeping up with something. I've talked about it a couple times before, but one of the things with the YouTube series that I'm excited about generally is the fact that I have a bad habit of not being able to keep up with things because I force myself into a rigid schedule and I lose interest in them. I get excited, I try a new thing, I do it for a while. Like I had a blog that I did game reviews, and I did 1 or 2 a week for almost 2 years, year and a half, something like that. I know I got to about 100 of them, but I stopped having stuff to do. Basically, I kept like flexing or adding things when I was on a roll, and then when I got into a slump, I just fell off, and I eventually just stopped doing it. This is one of the projects I've started and really been able to stick to, and I feel like part of that is because I don't force myself to finish a project before I start something that feels right. If I feel like doing 3 randomizer runs in 24 hours, not that I did that, then I do. And it's fine. And I think that goes a lot further than trying to have a rigid release schedule or having a rigid, I must finish one game before I move on to the next. I am trying to go back and finish games. I know I just went back and finished Cave Story. I went back and finished Link's Awakening, both of which have been on the shelf for a little while. It had been like almost I think over a year for Cave Story. And yeah, there's a lot of these that are very, that I want to go back to. Not all of them. Some of them are staying kaput. I'm not going back to Borderlands. I'm not going back to, what was the other one? That like Donkey Kong Country was really rough. Overall, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm glad that other people are too. I know these videos in particular have been getting a bunch of hits. I've been seeing some traffic on it. I mean, I've got 2 people who are starting to do runs themselves after watching some. So yeah, I'm glad people are enjoying this because I enjoy doing it, and got a good feedback loop going there. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.